Yeah, hi. My name is Viraj Joshi, and today I'm going to speak about using Tailwind CSS in React Native. So, bit about myself. I am a senior software engineer at GeekyAnts. Uh, Here's my Twitter handle if you want to follow me. Yeah. So first, let's raise. Everyone, just raise your hands, please. Quick, 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 quick. Everyone, just raise your hands. Right, right. Yeah, yeah. Both stretching. Right before the break. After the break, we can do a stretch. So now I know that everyone can raise their hands. So how many of you have started as a web developer first, and then get into the React Native? Quite a lot, right? Quite a lot. How many of you know Tailwind CSS? Oh, okay. So then you know Tailwind CSS and React Native as well. So I don't have to talk about it. That's it for my talk, I guess. Yeah. So jokes apart, let's start with the presentation. So what is Tailwind CSS? It is a utility first CSS framework which allows you to write in certain patterns your class names, and that you can customize your components using that. So let's see the example of it. So here is a basic syntax, or you can say a name, a way to write class names. So if you see img tag here, uh, in this slide, it has a class name which is w dash 24, and then h24, which stands for width 24 and height 24. So basically, Tailwind gives you a utility classes such as this. Also provides you a shortcut to writing large properties, right? Moving on, let's talk about style API, React Native style API, right? So whenever you see your style sheet, it looks something similar to this. So you write your code in CSS and JS, which contains a particular object which belongs to a certain uh, belongs to your certain views or a text or any other components. So here we have a container where we have flex one margin top 8 background blue, right? So this is a pain to write, as Rohit also mentioned that the as you scale, these objects become more larger and larger, and it is very hard to find out which kind of which properties are involved in that particular CSS object, right? Uh, so there are lots of libraries which provides these kind of styling solution. One of these are our own GlueStack style. Also, Rohit's U style as well. There is a Tamag UI and other libraries as well. But today we'll talk about uh, something else. So basically, the problem here comes with when you write your React Native code and you want to run it on the web, right? So there are some challenges you face while writing this. First one is class name. So basically, whenever you write your React Native code, it is CSS and JS based. So there is no say first class name support for that. So in order to use that, you either had to rely on third party library, or there's one API which is only provided for the library authors by Nicholas, the creator of the React Native web. You can use that. Otherwise, there is no real support for the class name as of now. And the second thing comes with the static generation of CSS. So as we know, like React Native web is completely runtime, unless you do some magic with it, like we do in React Native, like BlueStack style. Otherwise, it is completely runtime. And because of this, if you know, currently the hyped up market in, uh, if you see React on the web, it is server driven, React server components. Next, Expo, Vercel, and every other component React framework is pushing React server components, and this requires you to write your stylings in static CSS file, right? And that is the problem with React Native Web. So it cannot support React server components as well. So here comes our first savior of many of these solution problems, which is Nativewind, right? So Nativewind gives you ability to write your Tailwind classes scripting kind of a thing to native elements. So we'll see. So here's the example. Here we have a style view where you can write your class name and it directly implements your class names into your React Native components, right? So we'll see why how it does it in after some time. But here's why you should use Nativewind, right? So consistent styling. There is a developer experience improvement as well as there's a performance improvement as well, cause we'll see how it does it. There is a maintainability of the code that happens as well. Also, it resolves all the other problem which React Native Web has: the static generation of CSS, the React Server component support. Also, it gives you a first class name support. So let's start with the architecture. So on the native side, it converts your class names into style stitch object on the build time using Babel. Also it creates a map of it, that global map. So every class name, it maps into your particular css or css and js object. And that's about it. On the native, it just on the runtime, it just create like it has a key of a class name, and it compiles those class css and js object and compose css and stylesheet.compose, right? And that works for React Native. On the website, it has its own unique syntax as well. So it adds some plugins and run a Tailwind engine on top of it. So it is able to create your CSS file statically. And also while also it uses React Native Web, and it creates like it pass those class names using a certain API which is only for library authors. So it is this syntax where you pass an object CSS true, and then was forwarded by your class names. Yeah, but we all know that as you scale, Tailwind doesn't scale at as much, because you require certain design guidelines, design systems, and component library as well on top of it to bring your own brand value and your entire ecosystem. So before that, let's see our journey as a GeekyAnts in this ecosystem of generating like component libraries. So in 2017, we launched Nativewind V2, and then after some time, we implemented design systems in Nativewind as well, and then we launched Nativewind V3 in 2021. After that, we created DSX, which is a tool for say a similar design system. Like it allows third party or any other companies to quickly build their own design system using native base. In 2023, we realized that there was lots of going on in particular native base, because it was compiling style, it was handling accessibility and everything on its own. So also there was a performance issue as well. So in 2023, we came up with multiple libraries, but you may know them as a gluestack-ui. So under the hood, gluestack-ui compiles of gluestack style, gluestack unstyle, which are headless components of your native base. And then we also added our compile thing into gluestack-ui/theme. And currently we are working on gluestack-ui with Nativewind. We'll talk about that now. So speaking about Tailwind CSS component library, so most famous CSS component library for Tailwind is Shadcn-ui. Many of you may know about it, because it got 23,000 stars, GitHub stars last year. So this is how we built BlueStack-UI with Nativewind. So we uh, we got patterns from Shadcn-ui. So all the copy pastable elements and all the styling or the way of styling, we get it from Shadcn-ui. We also added our own patterns to it, and we use Nativewind to provide Tailwind like scripting syntax. So the styling engine used in gluestack-ui with Nativewind is Nativewind. And also we extracted headless UI components from gluestack-ui. So we are using and combining them with the all these things, and we are creating a pattern which you can use and scale as well. Yeah, so let me show you a quick demo. Actually, like Rohit, I don't have a live demo. I'll just, yeah. Yeah, so as you can see, this is the basic template of how you can see how you get you get with the Nativewind plus gluestack-ui. So you have your theme provider as well as your native views, right? So I just added a class. I'll just edit the class name here. So if you see that you just need to edit that class name to text red 500, and it automatically reflects on the app. Uh, yeah, so there were some issues with the website, so I couldn't really got into the how you can do it in manual steps, but I'll add a link, I guess, in the description so you can get it. Uh, yeah, so you basically add whatever component you want. So first is you gluestack UI slash button. So we are going to add button here. Now you just have to create your folder in UI particular, or wherever you want. Just type it whatever you want. So we are going to create one index.tsx, and we're going to paste the this code, entire code of button, customized button, which comes with the GlueStack UI. So this will be available on the website. You can copy paste it from directly from there, and this is how you can use it in real time as well. Just import it from your component particular folder. Yeah, so that's it. Like we just like copy paste that element, and we just added that component into our custom library, and we can now customize however we want. So here's a quick demo of it. Like it also has built-in styling as well. So with native in v4, there's an animation support as well. So let me just show you how easy it is to animate a particular button using just two class names. Also it is fully typed, and you have a full TypeScript support as well. So that's how easy it is to just animate your class names. So let's see it on the web as well. So we are just added, yeah, that's it. So that's how easy it is to animate your button as well. Yeah, that's it from my side.